Do y'all want to keep it music?
Yeah.
You want to keep it music?
Please.
Cardi Eclipse.
Let's start with Cardi.
Cardi announces her album dropping 9/19. And it's called Am I the Problem? What's the name of this shit?
Am I the Drama?
Am I the Drama? 9/19.
That promo
This
clip
is
was
off of
fire.
a 7-8 year hiatus. Well, album hiatus.
Right.
The promo was fire that she put out.
You got the promo to the promo and then the promo.
Page out of the MMG book.
Yeah, we're back in some old school shit. I like that.
They said that record is, they got all the funny metrics now. So it's #1 on the Apple charts. I don't
Highest
know.
grossing. Yeah, all that
they
shit,
got a lot going on now.
The album has already sold however many units because the singles are on
You
the
got
album.
Up and WAP on there.
Right.
Now, I saw a lot of hoopla about this, about the Up and WAP part.
Got to do it.
Up, WAP, and Enough are the 3 records that I thought were better than the new record. They say the new record's performing great. If I have 2 old records that performed great, that's going to help me get these numbers looking like what they're supposed to look like before I'm even released. You know what they're trying to do. They're trying to present a certain way. So I'm not mad at that.
I ain't mad at it either.
You know that Cardi had some intrepidation for how people would respond to her album. We know that from when her and her husband was going back and forth. Like, we have some information. So this is a big deal that this album is coming out. I know the Cardi fans are very happy about that.
I'm also not mad at it artistically. If I had bangers and even if they came out a couple years ago and they're not in no album, I want them on my album somewhere. I'm not mad
So
at
all
that.
Especially if it's 23 tracks.
Especially if you took it out my mouth.
Oh,
Pause. 23 tracks.
Yeah, and put my,
If it's 12,
I'll put
I'm
my box
mad.
at the end.
So all those stats for those singles are like they get connected to the album.
Yeah.
And it's wow.
Second week, right?
Oh, I don't know how. Is that how they
I know
do it now?
before, something happened before because artists were doing that, taking the old record, throwing it on the album.
Yeah.
And it did not count towards the first week number, I believe.
That might be true. That might be true.
They tried to jig
It counts
the system.
somewhere in there.
But it's going to count,
Yeah,
regardless.
It's
It's
gonna
going
count
to
towards
count.
something.
Are we excited that Cardi's album is finally dropping?
Absolutely.
Yeah, hell
forward to
yeah.
it.
Absolutely.
Yes and no.
What's the no? Because yes is obvious, but what's the no?
The no is, I feel like her and Atlantic are at odds because of this announcement.
Really? Why?
Because I know if it were up to Cardi, like it's been left up to Cardi, and let me not say no, because she'll hear it and spaz out. I think that if left up to Cardi, like it's been left up to Cardi, this album wouldn't be coming out in 2 months. Just like she put out a video the other day saying that she didn't want that song to come out. And that video said, hey, I got to publicly apologize to my label. I was being bratty. I was being whatever she was being behind the scenes because I didn't want the song to come out. We put it out anyway. I agreed. Even that verbiage, you agree. You're not reading the playwright if you think you agreed. I'm the one to talk about this. They had an album. They had a listening party for my second album that was never coming out. When the label they plan to put your music out,
You ain't even got to.
that music is coming out.
Yeah.
So
With or without
she
you.
talking about I agreed. No, girl, this new niggas over there. It ain't Kaiser and them. It's a whole new. It's some young white boy hedge fund niggas who my dad owns all of this, or whoever the fuck is over there now. Yeah, that is who's over there. Actually, it's Elliot. I mean,
Yeah.
Granger's son.
yeah.
I don't like that it's coming out in September. I want this in the summertime.
Well, that's
If you are that label, you getting this out is soon. That's probably the soonest that they could put it out.
It might be. Yeah, it might be.
They want this to go out immediately, which is why I think they're at odds, which doesn't give me confidence in what they'll spend on the project.
Okay.
Because even this feels fast. Like that record came out a few days ago. Y'all did some shit to say I'm #1 on Apple charts. This is when I started beefing with the label again, actually. Not to keep putting me in it, but I can only pull from my experience. They pressed the button so whatever record that was out on me that I hated was high at the time.
Okay.
So then they announced an album release. So Apple charts, I wouldn't want to release an album. I told y'all last week I didn't think this was a single. And I'm sure she has a crazy second single. But Yeah, I don't think that this record is doing what I think this is a plan. This is a plan no matter what that record does, no matter what a video does, no matter what she says, no matter what our second single, this album is going out. We're not sitting on this no more.
I got 2 questions for y'all.
Okay.
Question 1 is, do we think this date stays this date?
Yes.
Yes.
So no pushback, no moving, no
No.
nothing. Okay.
Unless a sample can't get cleared or
The sample's getting cleared.
the samples have been cleared.
The sample not getting cleared be a
These are
excuse.
old. These are old.
Yeah.
You've been working on these songs for 5, 6, and 7 years. So
Yeah.
the sample should be cleared. The music should be done.
And this is big label shit. She's not necessarily just getting beats from the streets and hoping
Yeah.
for the best. Like
Yeah.
this
No,
is
no, no,
A&R project. Like this is
I don't think that date
Top
is
shelf
changing
shit.
because I think the label
They're ready
is-
to go.
It's time now. We're not playing
All
with you
right.
no more.
And my second question is, how many songs do we get from now till then?
I hope a bunch because Cardi music is summer music to me.
I'd love 3 more. I'd love 2 or 3.
Yeah, two at least.
23 tracks. You would think there's songs to spare.
Yeah, I would say 2 or 3.
But then
It's the end of June. 9/19.
You
2
want
and
to
a
work.
half months.
You need to work a single.
Because you got 60 days, basically.
So you don't have time to drop work.
I
drop
think no
work.
more than 2.
So
Well, they're going to work the single.
1 to
They're going to
2.
work this record right here.
Yeah.
The date
And they
being
are.
in September says tells me
we got something to work.
y'all are planning to work this record till at least mid-August. We might hear the beginning of August. We might hear what this second song sounds like.
I think they probably have something a little bigger than Outside. I could be wrong. I think
too.
that they
Yeah.
have something a little bit bigger to follow. They'll work this a little bit and then they'll have like a banger.
That's what I think.
See,
So,
I think the exact
Do
opposite.
you feel like the record
Yeah.
is currently not working? Because I see the opposite. I see it's doing pretty well.
It's gonna work if they want it to work.
What's doing pretty well, mean?
I see the internet is engaging. I see the videos, TikTok videos, outside, the shit that is supposed to be done.
Okay.
That's to me. I don't know what it's doing as far as the metrics or whatever. I don't know what you guys expect.
No, that's what
from
I'll
that.
go by that.
But yeah, I'm talking about just the public perception, the public.
The song came on when I went to Freeze Party. The song came on. It was on. So I mean,
How to react in there?
Yeah.
bad place to get an indicator.
Yeah.
But it came on. So
I didn't hear out at all
this
this
record
weekend.
is serviced to the people, to everybody. They're paying for this one. They're paying for this one. So we'll see.
That's what tells me I don't think we might get one more. If they already starting to pay for this, that mean they're gonna, and we right into the beginning of summer.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna try to push this record as much as they can through the summer, and we might catch one more.
That's what he said.
So, I'm just saying, y'all saying 2, 3 more records. I don't see that.
See, nothing about this single says that they are invested super heavily in it. Like, there's no pre-rollout. There's no little video snippet. The cover is cool, but it's not like super fire.
I think they're
Like, this doesn't
I think
feel
the-
like this is the one that they think is going to be $1 million
The
record.
thing that
to me.
the thing that I see them positioning this as is like, and it's obvious, but I think that they're really going to push it as like a women empowerment anthem, because that's what my algorithm is saying.
I agree with her.
But that's
You
what
know.
your algorithm normally says anyway.
No, but I agree with her. She's right.
Yes, actually, it motherfucking does.
That's what I'm
Actually,
saying.
it does.
Gracie.
But
Big
yeah,
Gracie.
but yeah, that's what I see it being pushed at in my algorithm. So I agree with you, Freeze. At best 1 more single, not 2 to 3 before the album comes out.
My speculation really ain't even about the album. That's how murky it look out there for me. Like, I'm just trying to see what happens when the album come out. Then what? You got the new coach and GM coming in to deal with a star quarterback that they didn't put there. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I agree with Parks. It don't look like a whole bunch of money is about to be spent, and that's a decision being made. So
is that
whatever this album does is what I'm saying. The new people are gonna come in and audit and say, all right, this took you 7 years. It cost this much. We spent this on these records. This is the return. Clean this shit the fuck up. That could be a possibility.
Let me ask you: do you think that single drops if Offset doesn't drop that song?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was coming out.
You think it
regardless.
dropped regardless?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
He might have tried to step on shit.
Gotcha.
Now I'm just fucking throwing shit at a wall.
You might be
But
right, yeah.
her shit was coming out because these people at the label,
Wanted to come out. Yeah.
yeah.
They're enough's enough. Yeah.
Neutral button.